Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Mama June slams Anna Cardwell's widower Eldridge. Did Mama June Shannon just slam Anna Cardwell's widower Eldridge tummy? He has been expressing his sadness over losing Anna and even shared a special photo of the two of them. Furthermore, it seemed June was going to need Eldridge's help when it came to her custody battle. So what is her problem with her former son-in-law now? Keep reading for all of the details. Mama June slams Anna Cardwell's widower Eldridge. Eldridge Tony and Anna Cardwell started seeing each other in 2017, shortly after she split from Michael Cardwell. They were very much in love and her two daughters, Kylie and Caitlin, adored him. Then she was diagnosed with stage 4 adrenal carcinoma in early 2023, so they decided to tie the knot. Pumpkin helped to throw the backyard wedding, which was filmed for Mama June. Family crisis, but Anna's health deteriorated even further. When Anna had to decide who would get custody of her eldest daughter, she chose Eldridge, but the paperwork was never filed before she passed. Now there is a huge custody battle between June and Anna's ex-husband, Michael Cardwell. He is the father of Anna's youngest daughter, Kylie, and has custody of her. Michael feels that the girls should be together, as do many fans. Plus, he maintains he has been in Caitlin's life since she was a baby and has paid for many things in her life. He has also noted the contentious and estranged relationship Anna and June had. As a witness for her side, June had Eldridge subpoenaed, but now she is slamming him. But why? According to a Reddit thread, it was alleged that Eldridge cheated on Anna before she passed. LB shared this with the OP saying, "So I was watching the latest Mama June family-related video on LB's channel, and I noticed one of the things she mentioned was that a source who knew Eldridge apparently claims that Eldridge cheated on Anna before Anna passed away. She also said that June has been throwing Eldridge under the bus lately. A little harsh." So the first question is why Mama June Shannon would throw Eldridge Tunney under the bus when she needs him on her side. Furthermore, why is anyone speaking ill of him and his relationship with his late wife? Did any followers think there was validity to the cheating? Plus, what did they have to say about June being so cruel toward him? I think after Alana threatened to spill tea on LB and then mentioned knowing all of her husband and kids' names, she's on a vendetta against all things Mama June. June did throw Eldridge under the bus on LB's Facebook. June accused Eldridge of cheating. I don't think Eldridge ever cheated on Anna. He seems to be the only good person on the show. I think he loved her very much and took care of her every need. 100% Eldridge never did anything. In the dim glow of the early morning, the reality of the loss hung thick in the air. The Cardwell family was shattered, trying to piece together the remnants of their lives after Anna's tragic death. Eldridge, Anna's widower, had been a somber presence at the memorial service, his eyes hollow, his expression vacant. But in the days that followed, a storm was brewing that would thrust him into the center of controversy. Mama June, known for her fiery personality and unfiltered opinions, had been silent during the service, her face a mask of grief. But behind closed doors, she was anything but silent. Her grief had transformed into anger, an anger directed squarely at Eldridge. The whispers of her displeasure began to circulate among the family, and soon, the media caught wind of the brewing tension. It wasn't long before Mama June's explosive words made their way into the public sphere. She didn't hold back, her voice cutting through the silence like a knife. "That man," she spat, her southern drawl thick with disdain, "ain't nothing but trouble. He didn't protect Anna when she needed him most. And now he wants to play the grieving widower. Please, he wasn't there for her when it counted." The harshness of her words echoed through the family like a thunderclap. Eldridge had been doing his best to keep it together, but Mama June's accusations felt like a knife in his heart. He knew the relationship had always been rocky, but he hadn't expected this level of vitriol, especially not after the tragedy they had both suffered. Eldridge had been trying to mourn his wife in peace, to remember the good times they had shared and to grapple with the profound sense of loss that had engulfed him. But Mama June's words brought all the old tensions roaring back to life. She was accusing him of not just being a bad husband, but of being responsible for Anna's death. "He's got no backbone," Mama June continued, her voice rising with every word. "When Anna was sick, he just stood there useless. I'm not saying he could have saved her, but he sure as hell didn't do anything to help. And now he's trying to milk this for all it's worth, playing the victim, looking for sympathy. The accusation stung, but it wasn't entirely unexpected. Mama June had always been protective of her daughters, and her relationship with Eldridge had always been fraught with tension. She had never approved of him, had always thought Anna could do better, deserved better. But now, her anger was taking on a life of its own, fueled by grief and guilt. Eldridge, hearing these accusations, felt a surge of anger rise within him. He had loved Anna with everything he had. He had stood by her through the illness, through the pain, even though it had broken him to watch her suffer. He had done his best, but in Mama June's eyes, it had never been enough. It's easy for her to say that now, Eldridge muttered to himself, his hands clenched into fists. She wasn't there every day, she didn't see what we went through. It's easy to blame someone else when you don't want to face your own guilt. But Mama June wasn't done. She was on a rampage, and nothing was going to stop her. Eldridge never really cared about Anna, she continued, her voice dripping with contempt. He was always more interested in himself, in what he could get out of the relationship. And now that she's gone, he's trying to make himself look like the good guy. But I see right through him, I always have. The public was quick to pick up on the drama. Social media exploded with comments, with people taking sides. Some were quick to defend Mama June, applauding her for speaking her mind and standing up for her daughter. Others, however, were more sympathetic towards Eldridge, recognizing the difficult position he was in and the pain he must be feeling. Eldridge, for his part, tried to stay out of the public eye. He didn't want to get into a public spat with Mama June, didn't want to turn his grief into a spectacle. But it was becoming increasingly difficult to remain silent as the accusations continued to fly. Finally, after days of enduring the onslaught, Eldridge decided he couldn't take it anymore. He needed to speak up, to defend himself, not just for his own sake, but for Anna's memory. In a rare public statement, Eldridge addressed Mama June's accusations head-on. "I loved Anna more than words can express," he began, his voice shaky but resolute. "Losing her has been the hardest thing I've ever gone through. I did everything I could to support her, to be there for her, but it wasn't enough. I know that. But to say that I didn't care, that I didn't try, that's not fair. It's not true." He paused, gathering his thoughts before continuing. "Mama June is grieving, just like I am. And I know she's hurting. But turning this into a blame game, pointing fingers, that's not going to bring Anna back. We should be honoring her memory, not tearing each other apart." The statement was met with mixed reactions. Some praised Eldridge for taking the high road, for refusing to engage in a public feud. Others, however, were less forgiving, siding with Mama June and accusing Eldridge of trying to deflect blame. As the days turned into weeks, the tension between Mama June and Eldridge showed no signs of easing. The family was divided, with some members rallying around Mama June, while others tried to maintain a neutral stance. In the end, the feud only served to deepen the wounds that Anna's death had left behind. What should have been a time of healing and coming together instead became a time of bitterness and division. But through it all, Eldridge held on to one thing, his love for Anna. That, he knew, was something that no amount of accusations or public drama could ever take away from him.